Welcome back at the landing net. Well, I'm down here on one of my favourite venues ever, down here on the island's Fishery. Again, I remember this lake when it just opened and there was no landscape. You could see all of the swims, and now it's just this really sort of bustling, mature, nice fishery. You can't see any other anglers from the swim I'm on, certainly, and you've just got your own nice bit of water. It feels like you've got your own private, secluded lake. And every time I come here, I just feel completely chilled out and relaxed. And to top it off, there's some really, really lovely fish in here as well. Over £30, multiple 30s. Some of the most stunning scaly fish you're likely to see. And I've got 24 hours down here on my favourite swim 9, long chuck it's called, and couldn't be happier. I'm going to be fishing some classic spring tactics, solid bags, pellet, mix of boilie, maybe a bit of sweet corn, but yeah, I'm just going to kind of get myself set up, get the bivvy up, watch the water, see if I can spot a fish or two, and yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. But either way, it's just so good to be back down here. It's a lovely fishery, all gravel swims. There's a track that goes all the way around, so you can drive your car around, drop your stuff off at your swim. Proper toilets, everything I love. Love a bit of comfort, and that's what I'm feeling from this session so far already. So let's get started. Let's try and catch some fish, and can't wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, it feels like a good.
Come around there.
Done it.
Cast it out. That is insane.
What a run.
Come back through now. I want to come back that way now.
Hey, do you want me to grab the rod?
Hey?
Do you want me just to hold it?
That's all right. There's a little tree skill.
Yeah.
Oh, by the landing now. So I've got come this side. I think I'm gonna go and try and land in this side. This is unexpected.
What an absolute clunker of a run.
Wasn't it? Actually feels like a fish as well.
I think you're for that.
Fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Be nice, wouldn't it? First one of the day, chunk of chunk.
Yeah. Quite early on as well, isn't it?
Yeah. He's in the back of the net, isn't it?
That's a lovely scaly fish, that.
Hey.
Get in.
Hey.
What's the start to the session?
Oh, amazing. Amazing, what a run.
Not even word around that.
I'm not even fishing.
What a day.
There you go, bet you're glad I came down now.
Mate, I'm so chuffed.
That is awesome, that
I'm
is
so
fucking
chuffed.
awesome. He looks like a lovely fish.
It
Should
really
we,
does.
we get him out and have a look at him?
Let's get him out and have a look, yeah. There we go, first one of the session, about an hour in. Helicopter just coming over to spectate as well. A bit worried when the guy before me blanked 4 nights running, but same old tactic I used last time, done quite well here. Has produced early doors again. Barely just got the bivvy up. I'm delighted with that. What a lovely, scaly, classic islands fish. Back of the landing there.
Stunner.
Best thing about fishing is seeing them swim off nice and healthy.
I'm so made up with the start of this session. Sun shining, spring's finally here. Caught lovely fish like that straight away.
Right, I've got a bit of a dilemma. Just under this tree here, there's about 20 carp, and they're just basking, but some of them are sort of mooching around and just sort of nudging some of these young reeds that are growing up. And I've put some bait on the surface, nothing happening. I've put a couple of handful of pellets around them, small handfuls, and they don't appear to be getting on it, but sometimes they are sort of appearing and disappearing. They're so blatantly there and obvious that I can't ignore it. So look at this. I can't ignore it. It does remind me of sort of carp sunbathing or even grouping for pre-spawning, which would be far too early. But I'm going to take in my nearest rod, the rod that I actually had the fish from, because I can easily get it back on that spot. I know it sort of works, and this is going to be like a short term. If nothing happens in an hour or two on this spot, then it'll go straight back onto that spot. So I'm just going to subtly get a solid bag on and kind of walk round as far as I'm allowed to, and gently sort of swing that back in, and walk it back round as subtly as I can without creating too much disturbance. But they're not generally being that spooked. We've had ducks going over them. I've been over there kind of putting in bait, and they've just been sort of reappearing and resurfacing. So can't ignore that. Can't ignore that many fish. So let's give it a go. Should explain, when I do this, I reel the bag almost up to the rod tip so that I can just sort of dip the rod tip into the water without making any or minimal disturbance whatsoever, and just sort of walk backwards. It is going to spook the fish straight away, but hopefully not in a way that they'll be gone for good. But let's see. Wow, it's been quite quiet. No more runs, no more fish. That one I put under the tree over there. I'm leaving there because I've seen a couple of fish moving along that margin. So I've just had a play with the other rods just to where I've seen moving fish during the afternoon. But unfortunately, with these early spring evenings, it's going to be dark in about 2 hours. So I wanted to kind of get that carp o'clock time ready by getting the rods out a little bit earlier, and hopefully we can kind of pick one up before it gets dark. But if not, maybe they'll get their head down overnight. The guy that was on there before me, funny enough, old boy, he's been on there for 4 nights. He hasn't had a fish, so he looked pretty fed up. So he's going to be feeling pretty sick if he does watch this and realise I've had one after an hour. So I'm still feeling pretty pleased with myself. But yeah, I would like one more. So fingers crossed. Rods are all sorted. I'm going to make myself something nice to eat, and it's not nice. It's pot noodle. Lazy. I could not be bothered to do any proper cooking. So I'm going to make myself something horrendous to eat, and I'll probably need a poo in about an hour. morning. Wow, it's a pretty slow night. As the light was going down, I just saw another fish top over that spot where I dropped that PVA bag into the margin last night, where all those fish were on the surface, and I thought, yeah, I think they're going to get their heads down. And I've left that on the spot all night, and it's not been touched. And I just thought at first light, those fish might have come back to that spot, and I might have got one first light. So I've sort of left it out there on a bit of a gamble that I would have got one first light. But do you know what? I'll probably give it half an hour and put it back onto a spot that I know is a little bit more productive during the day. So yeah, but yeah, no, all quiet. I've got 4 or 5 hours left of the session, so I'm gonna have a bit of a slow pack down. Keep an eye on what's going on, but try and nick one more fish. That'd be decent. I'm just gonna enjoy some porridge, bit of coffee, and just watch the water for a bit. But yeah, too much sleep for me. I am too wide awake for 24 hours fishing on the islands. There we go, what a little result this is. The one under the tree that I put out there last night, where all those fish were on the surface, has gone just while I was having my morning coffee, and I was about to move that one. I think I'll put it right back on that spot. But I wasn't very hopeful of those fish coming down and feeding, but you can't really ignore that quantity of fish all in one spot. So it's paid dividends. Easy decision really, and this is a lovely pristine looking common carp, and I'm absolutely made up with this. So second fish of the session. I think I'll talk you through how I've been catching these now, and hopefully we can get one more as well. Back of the landing net. Oh, get in. Right, fish number 3, and I've had to weigh this one, and I'll tell you for why. There's a little net around the lake, and anything 4 pound and under has to go into it, and this one has just made the mark. 6 pound on the nose, and second one of the morning, and do you know what? Can't knock it. It's good sport, isn't it? I'm quite happy with that. And you know, last few hours now, hopefully you get a chance of getting something a little bit bigger, but 3 fish in a quick session when the guy on before me is blanked 4 nights in a row, I think I'll take that as a win. So yeah, back of the landing net. What a cool fish. Hopefully see him Sunday when he's bigger. Right, I'm just going to talk you through how I'm fishing. So I'm fishing solid bags. I tend to make a few up. These are the ones I've got left over. So I've used quite a few. But you've probably seen me on my solid bag rig many times. But there we go, little 10mm wafter in there. That's going in with a few scoops of pellet, really, mixed sizes, 4mm, 8mm, 9mm, 12mm, and my thinking is there's no bream in here. It's a lake that I know they feed a lot on pellet. It's just a no-brainer. It's always sort of done quite well for me down here. I've got a kilo of the older acryl as well, so I'm just putting in a little bit of those over each spot as well. Really, so I suppose if smaller fish are picking off the pellets, then there is something of substance there. But those acryls are pretty good. The breakdown time on them is good, and they're like a nice soft sort of lovely sort of breakdown, and they smell great actually. So that, in combination with plenty of pellet in the solid bags, seems to have been getting a bite or two. So yeah, still time for 1 or 2 more. But yeah, really enjoyed it down here, as usual, always do. I think it's one of the most comfortable, secluded sort of data kit fisheries you can get, really. So you wouldn't know anyone else was on it. So yeah, awesome. Right, that's it. It's been a great little 24 hours down here at the islands. Not even that. I've managed 3 carp,
and the guy that came before me, 4 nights blanking, so I hope he's not watching this, he'll feel pretty gutted. So yeah, straight on from here to, oh, here he is.
Here I am.
He's just arrived.
Right. End of this episode.
Yeah.
Let's get on the cabin, film a new one, shall we?
Oh, bit of cabin.
See you next time.
See you next time. Be good.